Hello guys, welcome to this next video. In this video I'm going to show you how we can create some basic COVID-19 tracker app so that we will get information about what is happening surrounding us and all. So over here we can see there is some lot of information about a lot of countries, and the first card will show us information about the worldwide, like worldwide how many cases are there and how many today's cases and many of the information. And after that we will be able to get this countrywide information like USA, India. So these are the rankings so these are the rankings, like first country is USA and then second one is India, and so these are the rankings which is like ordered by the number of highest cases, and this is how we can create this particular application. So in this video we are going to see how this create basic COVID-19 tracker app from the scratch. So if you if you want to get some information about overall worldwide and country wise, then you can watch this video and you can create these apps so that you will get all the ideas in one shot. So let's see how to do this. Now I'm in my Visual Studio Code and I have just started the application, and the application is running on default localhost 4200 port. And over here, as you can see, the application is running and I'm able to see these default design and page that we get when we create the new Angular project. So probably you will also see these same page when you will run the application first time. And I have just done only one change, that I configured this application to use Bootstrap so that we will not waste again time to configure it. So if you have an idea like how to configure the application to use Bootstrap, then you can continue with this video. Otherwise I will suggest to watch my another video. The link is in description box, which you will get idea like how to configure Bootstrap with Angular. And then after watching that video and configuring your project with the Bootstrap, you can continue with this particular video. So this is how the application will look like first time. Now let me go to my Visual Studio again, and without wasting time, let's start to the coding. So let me close this panel, and over here let me go to this app, and inside this app.component.html. So first of all, let me erase these default page design and code. So in this app.component.html file, select all the code and erase this code, and let me save this and let me go to the browser again. And now over here, as you can see, there is nothing to show on this particular page. Now over here we want to show one text in the middle of this page. So let me go to the browser again, and in the same file, that is app.component.html, let me type some classes. So .container. So Visual Studio is a smart IDE and is a smart editor. It's not a IDE, it's a smart editor. And whenever you will type this .container, so it will create one div tag, and this container it will consider as a class. So this is the shortcut to create one class inside the div. And over here let me type some text. So the text will be like COVID-19 tracker app. Now let me save this and let me go to the browser again. And over here, as you can see, the text is appearing. So what I want, actually I want this text inside one card, and I want some margin from the top, because if you see, there is no any margin in between these URL bar and this text, or we can say that the browser head, and in the body of the browser there is no any margin. So I just want some margin over here. So now let me apply some Bootstrap classes, and this container is also Bootstrap class. And over here let me apply another class, that is MT5, which is short for margin top -5. So 5 is the topmost value. You can give any value from 1 to 5 as per your requirement. And what I want these text into one card. So let me apply one bootstrap class again, so dot card, so it will create the div again, and let me cut this and let me paste it into this. Now let me save this and let me go to the browser again and let me see what is happening. Now as you can see, there is one card and the text is appearing inside the card. So now what we want this text into the center of this particular card, and we want this text to be appear as a heading and not as a normal text. So we can use some heading tags. So over here we can use something like h1, let's say, and then let me close this tag after the text, and we can apply some styles over here so that text will appear in the middle of the card. So let me apply that style that align items into the center. Now let me save this and let me go to the browser again, and over here now text is appearing in the middle of the this particular card. Now below the text, what we want different parts or different cards which hold information country wise. So there will be some card 1 which holds some information, card 2 which will hold some another information, the card 3 which will hold information about the country 3, and so on. So I will show you how to do this one, but before that, or before showing the information to the user, the first requirement is like we need to have that particular information, because if I want to show some information to you, first of all I need to get that information into my account. That means if we want to show the information to user through our application, first of all our application needs to have that particular information. So to get this information, there is one API called as this API. So I will give this link into the description box, so you can click onto that link and you will come to this particular page. Now over here, if you see, there are some information. So the first information is like worldwide information, then there is some country wise information like USA, then India, then Brazil, and so on. So this is the country wide information. So this is one API, and this is one GitHub API. So you can use this API and you can use this information for your knowledge. So the main motive behind creating this particular application is to get some knowledge and idea about what and how the things are going on worldwide and country wise as well. So over here you will get all the knowledge about world and country wise as well. And let's hope for the best, like this particular digit will become 0 soon. So let's hope for the best, and let's hope all the things will get back on the track soon. So let's see how to fetch this information and how to show this information in our Angular application. Now let me go to Visual Studio again, and we need one service. So let me create one service so that we can hit this particular REST endpoint through that service, and we can use that particular service. So in the terminal, let me create one or let me type one command. So the command is like ng, then gs, and over here let me give the name as COVID-19 and let me hit the enter. So this ng means Angular, this g means generate, this s means service, and this is the name of the service. So I'm just telling the Angular like create or generate the service by the name COVID-19. Now the service is generated, and in your folder structure you will find these two new files, that is covid19.service.ts and covid19.service.spec or spec.ts. So the main thing or main lines of code that we need to write into this particular file. So let me open this covid19.service.ts, and over here we want to write the HTTP REST endpoint, so or the call to that particular REST endpoint. So let me type some lines of code and let me type public get data, and this method will not accept any parameter because we just want to get data and we just do not want any parameter, or we do not want any ID or anything else to pass. So we just need to keep these brackets empty, and over here we just need to make a call. So what I will do, I will take one variable called as a API is equals to, and what I will do, I will copy this particular API link and I will paste this into this API variable so that I can use this particular variable. In short, I can use particular link in our service or this particular get data endpoint. So now from over here we just need to return one HTTP call. So before returning the HTTP call, we want to import the HTTP client module. So first of all, let me import the HTTP client module. So for that we just need to go into this app.module.ts file, and over here inside this imports array, let me import HTTP client module, and this HTTP client module comes from so let me type over here like import HTTP client module, and that HTTP client module comes from @angular/common/HTTP like this, and at the end let me give the semicolon. Now let me save this, and now HTTP client module is imported. Now let me go to the service file again, and over here inside the constructor let me import or let me inject the HTTP client. So for that let me type private HTTP client of type HTTP client like this, and over here you can give any name. So just to get an idea, like this is the HTTP client, I have just used some similar name, but you can give any name. And from this particular method or function you just need to return one get call. So return HTTP client dot get, and inside this we need to pass the API. So API is stored in my this particular API variable. So let me type this and let me give the semicolon. Now this function is ready, so we just need to call this function so that we will get all the information coming from this API. So let me go to this app.component.ts file, and over here let me again create one function. So let me type public get data from API, and again this will not require any parameter, and inside these we want to call this particular service get data method or function. But before calling this get data, we need to inject this COVID-19 service into our app.component.ts. And how we can inject this? We can inject it using the constructor, but as we don't have any constructor inside this particular class, let me create it. So over here let me type constructor and these two brackets, and then we just need to give these curly brackets, and let me format this code. So to format inside the Visual Studio, the shortcut is Alt-Shift-F, so that code will get formatted. And over here let me inject this file or inject the service. So private, then let's say COVID-19 service, which is of type COVID-19 service, and again this name you can give any name. So I just gave this name because so that we can get, so that by name we can get idea like what is service or the what is main aim behind this particular service. Now let me use COVID-19 service dot get data, and as that particular get data is returning the observable, we just need to subscribe to it. So let me type subscribe and let me give these brackets, and after that let me give these semi-comma. So you just need to make sure that inside these subscribe we are getting the we are writing the response and error logic. So because most of the people do mistakes over here, so first of all you just need to write this particular line, and after that inside these two brackets of subscribe you just need to catch or catch the response and handle the error. So over here let me give the two brackets again, then res, which will be a response variable, and this arrow function, and let me console dot log response, and if at all I got any error, then let me console.log that particular error as well. So err is a error name or is a error variable name, you can give any of the names. So console.log err. Now let me save this. Now over here we have created this get data from API, and inside this we are calling the service get data method or function. But the thing is, like, we are not calling this particular get data from API. So first of all let me go to the browser and let me show you like what is happening, and for that let me open the console, and so that we will get some idea like what is happening behind the scene. And let me go to the console over here and let me refresh this app, and as you can see I just refreshed the app, but I'm not able to get any data or anything into the console. So this is why, because we have created this particular function but we are not calling the function. So like only creating the function is not enough, we just need to call whenever we need it. So what I will do, I will call this particular get data from API function from my constructor, so that whenever application will get loaded, it will call this particular get data from API function, and it will show this particular information to the console. Now let me type get data from API and let me call it, and let me now save this and let me go to the browser again. And now over here, as you can see, we got this error response. So why we got this error response? Because I'm not connected to the internet. So this is why, because this particular API is online API and we are fetching this information online, but as of now I'm not sure how, but my internet connection is disconnected. So let me connect to this internet and let me show you like how it will look like. Now I'm connected to the internet and I just refresh this application, and inside the console I am able to see this particular data. So there are approx 218 records, and this record contains different information like India and cases and many more. So now we are successfully able to fetch data from this particular API, and we are able to show this particular response to our console. Now what we want to show this information to the user interface. So first of all, what we just need to do, we just need to store this response into our local variable, so that we can use values from that local variable and we can show it to the user. So for that, let me go to the Visual Studio, and over here let me create one variable. So what I will do, I will just create one variable called as a data, and what I'll do, as soon as I will get the response, I will assign my response values to the data, which is my local variable. So here we just need to type this dot data is equals to res. That means we are assigning response to the data. And what I'll do, I will just remove this console.log.response, and instead of that, what I'll do, I'll just console.log my this dot data. So console.log this dot data. So I will make sure that whatever response I am getting, I am storing it storing it successfully into my data variable. So let me go to the browser and let me refresh this file, and let me see. I am able to see the see all the values to the console. That means we are successfully able to retrieve the response, and also we are successfully able to store the response. Now what we can do, we can use this variable and we can fetch all the values from this particular variable and show it to the user. So for that, let me go to this app.component.html file, and over here by using some bootstrap classes we can show the information. So let me first of all use the bootstrap classes, and after that I will try to explain what are those and what is the use of that particular class. So first of all I will write the logic, and you can follow me and you can write the same logic, and then I will try to explain what is this. So here let me create one class again. So that class will be the card, and inside this card what I'll do, I will just take one row, and that particular row I will divide into the 3 columns because we want to show the 3 cards. So here we just need to write dot col, which means column, lg, which means large screen, and 4 means like there are some 12 grids, and from among that particular 12 grids we want 4 grids. So if we divide 12 by 4, the answer will be the 3. That means that 12 grids will get divided into the 3 particular sections. So we just want to show card, we just want 3 columns, and we just want like card into each column. So that's why the value will be the 4, right? And over here let me just use ng for, so that we will iterate our data variable, because now data response is contents into our data variable. So we just need to retrieve that particular data variable so that we can show this particular value over here. So let me type ng for is equals to let d of data and semi-comma. Now let me save this, and inside this div let me again take one card, and over here just let me type d dot, and as of now I just want to show the country, right? Because first of all I will try to show the country, and if I am able to show the country, then only I will move forward for other values. So d dot, what we just need to do, we just need to go to this particular API, and we just need to copy this particular key. So over here you can, this is the JSON response, and in JSON response there is a convention like key and value. So what we can consider, like we can consider this as a key and this particular is a value. So what I want to show this country. So I will just copy this one, I will copy this key and I will paste it over here. So d dot country, and let me save this. Now let me go to the browser again and refresh the application, and over here as you can see I am able to see this text called as a d dot country. So why I am getting this text, right? Because HTML is considering this as a normal text, but what we want, we do not want this normal text, we want these value which is held by this particular key. So for that we just need to use interpolation. So interpolation will make sure that the expression will get resolved and value of this particular expression will get shown. So let me save this and let me go to the browser and let me refresh this. And now over here as you can see I am able to see these countries like USA, Brazil and many more. Now that means we are able to show the country to the user. So in similar way we can show the different information to the user. So now let me go to the Visual Studio Code, and over here just let me type country and let me use these semi-comma so that the value will get shown in some structured format. So let me go to the browser and let me show you how it is looking like country is the world and country is USA, country is India, like this. Now let me show some other values. So let me copy these and paste it over here for some multiple times, and we have some other values. So for that we just need to copy all these values. So let me type, or let me copy the cases, let me paste it over here. Then let me copy these today's cases, then we paste it over here. Let me copy these dates and let me paste it over here. Let me copy these today dates and paste it over here, and let me copy these recovered and paste it over here again. And in similar way we just need to make it for all these values. And now I just did the similar ways, and I just pasted all these keys over here, and this is now how it is looking like. And one thing that I did is change this label like country, cases, today's cases, dates, etc. So you can change these labels as well. And now let me go to the browser and let me see how it is looking like. Now over here it is looking like quite odd, because it is not taking every line as a new line. So for that we just need to break down the lines. So we can use BR over here. So let me use BR tag, which is breaking tag, and let me copy this BR tag and let me paste it over each and every line like this. And now let me save this. Now let me go to the browser again and let me see how it is looking like. And now as you can see it is looking quite good and in structured way. Now what we want some space between these cards, because you can see, as you can see, there is no any space between these cards, like from margin and some padding as well. So we can give some paddings and margins as well. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code again, and over here let me assign some padding. So where we can assign some padding, we can assign padding over here inside this particular data card. So let me assign style padding is equals to 5 pixel, and I will assign one extra class which is called as a MB or let's say MT3, which is a margin top, so that each card will be separate out by margin 3. And now let me save these. Let me go to the browser and let me see how it is looking like. Now over here as you can see I am able to see some padding, but I am not be able to see any like extra margin or extra margin from the left hand side. So for that we just need to apply some styles as well. So for this particular card, or the above or the parent card, let me assign, or let me give some styles. So I will just copy these style padding 5 pixel and I will paste it over here. And for this parent card I will give padding of 20 pixel. Now let me save this. Let me go to the browser and let me see how it is looking like. Now over here as you can see the application is looking quite good, and now data is in some structured way. There is some margin from left hand side and top and bottom as well. Now only one thing that we need is to give some margin between these two cards, that is one card of this particular text and second card of this particular data. So we just need to use some margin over there. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code again, and over here let me assign one class called as a MT5, which is margin top 5. Let me save this. Let me go to the browser, and over here as you can see there is some margin between these text and data. Now what we can do, we can assign some heading to this particular card. So what I'll do, I'll just take this country as a heading of this particular card, so that it will be look more better, and we will be easily it will be easily easily like noticeable, like we will be easily we can easily notice to this particular card. So let me go to the browser and let me type over here like dot card header, which is again a bootstrap class, and this particular country I will just cut this from here and I will paste this over here, and over here we just don't need this BR, so I will just remove this. And if you are wondering like why my below lines are looking in similar way or looking like this, because it was supposed to be something like new line, but it is because of the formatting of code, and whenever I will save this it will auto format, and so that's why it is looking like this. Now let me save this, let me go to the browser again and let me see what is happening in the application. Now over here, as you can see, there is some extra styles which got added to the header, and now I'm able to see this country as a header of this particular card. So what we will do, we will just assign some styles to make it as a bold, and for this particular below data we will assign one extra class which will assign or which will give some more extra styles to this particular data. So what we will do inside this Visual Studio Code, we will just assign a bold, or let's say we will just assign H4, and we will keep this country and country value into this HR. And over here what we will do for this data, we will assign some extra classes called as a dot card body, and what we will do, we will take all the data and we will keep it inside the body. So let me cut this and let me paste this inside it like this. Now let me save these and let me first of all show you how the code is looking like. And now the lines are quite big, so let me try to format it first of all, and let me now go to the browser and let me see how the application is looking like. And over here now I'm able to see all the data. So this is the basic data, like what is happening. So let's say in India there are some cases, approx 75 lakhs, and today's cases are 62,000, and deaths and active cases and so on. And in similar way you can find out any country over here, like this Bangladesh, this Iraq, then Iran, then Indonesia, then many of the countries you can see over here. So if you want to find out any information about any country, then this is the API for you. Now this is how we can create one basic COVID-19 tracker app, so that we can get information about that what is happening around us and how the things are going on. So this is how we can create it, and I just wanted to make sure that we can see it in a simple way, because this is not that much good content to make some or to to apply some styles over here. So that this is not that is kind of a good news, this is a kind of a like bad news for us. So that's why I just try to keep it as simple as possible, and we can easily get some values over here. So thank you for watching this video and subscribe to my channel, Learn Programming Yourself.